This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Press Secretary Anthony Newbold confirming today that a new custom-made air conditioning system has been purchased for the Princess Margaret Hospital to be installed in early 2019.
That should be a little over $500,000, about $550,000, just early 2019, because my understanding is they are actually going to have to be custom made, and so that is the earliest we can put a timeline on that.
The AC unit at PMH, or lack thereof, really has been a source of contention for quite some time for Nurses Union. It's also been at the top of the priority list for junior and senior physicians. In news from the courts this evening, tonight a prison officer is the one behind bars. 27-year-old Antonio Harrison Cash was this afternoon arraigned before Deputy Chief Magistrate Shibasola Swain on one count of possession of dangerous drugs, namely 11 ounces of Indian hemp. The Doyle Street resident pleaded guilty. The court heard that while in the Bahamas Department of Corrections, Cash was suspected of being in possession of marijuana. He was searched and drugs were found in his socks. Cash said he was bringing the drugs to someone at the prison. The drugs were confiscated. When his superiors questioned further, Cash opted to remain silent. The expecting father has no previous convictions and is the sole breadwinner of his family. His attorney, Ian Cargill, asked that his client not be punished with a sentence, as he has already lost his job and other benefits. The 2-year prison officer was subsequently remanded for 3 months. This along with a $2,000 fine or an additional 3 months imprisonment. As for the drugs, they were to be destroyed, and Cash is to have counseling with the prison chaplain. Over in another court, 2 young men were formally charged before Magistrate Darren Sroll Davis for stealing, housebreaking, attempted housebreaking, and receiving. The accused, Kendrick Miller and Corey Sweeting, eventually pleaded not guilty to all. With charges of their own, the pair alleged that they were abused while in custody and were forced to sign statements against their will. All in all, the duo racked up 61 counts of stealing, housebreaking, attempted housebreaking, and receiving, so much so that the matters had to be heard in different courtrooms. The young men were remanded to custody and will return to court October 29th, November 1st, and 2nd. They can apply to the Supreme Court for bail. From the police, a Grand Bahama man arrested after found with an unlicensed firearm. Acting on information, officers headed to a business on West Beach Drive just before 10 last night and found the suspect with a black and silver 9mm pistol. He was arrested, taken into police custody, and is expected to be arraigned before the magistrate court this week. Our final story is up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.